a short video reaching out to our referral partners, our realtors, our home builders, individuals that send us referrals all the time. And first of all, thank you very much for your business. I know it's really trying times. And I'm here to give you a little insight into what's going on in the mortgage world so that you can sell more houses. So first of all, we are fully functional. We are taking applications via video, even though a lot of our workforce across the nation is working off-site. We are disclosing loans, we are processing loans, we're underwriting loans, we're closing loans. All of our across the nation, all of our county recorders are open. We're having to change some of our policies around that. Some of them are e-recordings, but all of that across the nation is being taken care of. So I wanted to let you know that, and I've been super proud of how people have stepped up and treated this. Like a lot of companies, we had about 3 days to 5 days to have most of our employees working from home, and it was quite a feat. But we did it, didn't miss a beat, and super proud of the entire team. Secondly, I want to give you a little update on rates because there's been a lot of confusion. And I just really want to boil this down to super basics on what a realtor or a home builder need to know about interest rates. First of all, on February 28th, we set a new record on rates. They went way down on that Friday. They stayed down for a while. And as you probably heard, the mortgage industry got overwhelmed. Consequently, they went up a little bit 2 weeks after that. They were really low for about 4 or 5 days, and then they started going up. Then they went really up this week. And the feds came in this week, last Sunday, if most of you know, and they started buying some bonds. However, they didn't buy near enough, and so interest rates continued to increase. Luckily, today, literally 2 hours ago, the Fed issued a bulletin and said, hey, we're back in the market. We're going to buy $100 billion next week. And that should be enough to really stimulate the market and get rates down to a point to where your home buyers feel comfortable again. Of course, I don't know how low they will or won't go, but I will tell you that with confidence, they will be good enough for people to buy homes. And they could be really good. Things that could happen. This is just a brainstorm for you guys to be thinking about. We're asking Fannie Mae, can we do drive-by appraisals? Have not heard on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they allowed that for a couple months because of the restrictions that we have. Number two, I already mentioned this, but the Fed is getting super aggressive. That's really good news for the bond market and therefore the mortgage interest rate market. Government stimulus will be coming out. I don't know what they will do. I will tell you my personal thought on that because I went through the meltdown and the government stimulus bills. They're pretty smart. Like a lot of people don't think those politicians know what they're doing. I will tell you they will come up with some good stuff like they did last time. I don't know if you guys remember the home buyer credit and some of those things that happened, but it was very effective. And so you may not see that during the first version, but obviously having totally unforeseen times and as quickly as this happened, I think you'll see some really smart things come out. Next, I think this is just a positive. We're all getting used to a different way of doing business. I know we would all prefer to do business face-to-face. I think anyone who is receiving this video would say that. But we're learning new ways of dealing with each other and learning how to meet each other by video and getting used to paperless technology and all of that good stuff. You could see some waivers to close loans under certain professions that are temporarily on lockdown. I don't know that for a fact. These are just ideas. What I do know is that people still need to buy and sell homes, and that will not change. We will probably go through a time period where, as we are in already, that things are a little tough, but we'll get through it. You know, one of the things I've been sending daily videos to all my employees, and I have a spiritual leader named Roy Mason that helps guide me for the last 7 years, and the most common things he tells me is, Todd, remember the 3 Gs. And they've been embedded in my mind, and they've really helped me emotionally. And especially during this time where there's so much change, it's very normal to have a freak out and have a meltdown. I know I've had a couple myself, and I go back to this. So number one is to be gracious. Be kind to everyone. There is a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of fear out there, guys. Let's understand that and let's be leaders for them. Secondly is living gratitude. How I do that is get up every morning and I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. This does a lot of things. It starts your day off right. It lets you know, like this morning, I wrote down that I was really thankful for my children. That's a common one for me, but sometimes it's that it's sunny outside. So it just starts the day on the right foot. Instead of starting the day with anxiety, we start with a real healthy dose of gratitude. And I've been doing that for years. It just changes your body and your mentality and your feelings. And when you feel good, you do good. The third thing is be generous. So do 3 things per day for someone, something special. I sent a few people flowers yesterday. I've been buying a lot of employees lunches. I had a family member that needed some money, so I sent him some money. I had a family member need me to co-sign for him on a rental, so I did that. Last weekend, I received something, and there's a lot of things flying around, but this made the biggest impression on me. And it was just a statement that said, hey, our parents and our grandparents and their children went to war. That was their big thing. For a lot of us, this is our first or second big thing. I would say that's pretty good, okay? So I would much rather deal with chaos for a few months than be shot at, and I think we would all share that view. We don't know what this is going to happen, guys. Is this going to last a couple months or a couple years? We don't know, but those things will become clear as time goes on. One of the big things that I've told people in time of stress is set a date in your calendar when you'll feel more comfortable and you'll know more. The date that I told myself and my employees is April 6th. At the time, it was 3 weeks away. We will know more. I'm not saying things will be all better. I'm saying that we'll know more. We'll be a little bit more in the groove. We'll feel a little more comfortable, and we'll have a little more understanding of what's going on, and we can make plans from there. But it'll be a little crazy. We're probably at the peak panic of all of this, and next week will probably be a very tough week. And then, over the course of time, it'll dissipate a little bit. I know one thing for sure, guys. This too shall pass. If we all work together and we all figure these things out, and we have a lot of communication, we'll figure this out. And certainly things will change and things will be different, but we will figure it out, and this too shall pass. So I hope you enjoyed this update. I'll try and keep these coming at you every once in a while. When I think there's things that's happening in the mortgage world that can help you sell more houses, list more houses, that's the important stuff because you're a valued partner. Thank you for your business. And if we can help you with anything at all, make sure you reach out to us, guys. We're here for you. We're working every single day, probably much more than normal, as a lot of you are. And we're here to take care of you. And we're here to take care of your clients. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend with your families.